All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, you know, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, you know, 1,000 a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off of that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And, you know, most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, you know, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. All right, good morning, everybody. It is June 3rd, Thursday. So we're going to go big on some of our names today. We have some that are somewhat of a super premium in a portion of it, like CVS on the switchback, super premium today. NUG, super premium. So we're going to some trades where we can go big on today. So we'll see how this day turns out. It could be a disaster. It could be a really nice boost for the account. All right, market should be opening here in just a second, and then we'll get... There it is. Off to the races. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got QCOM looking at switching here, so we're going to check it out. So we're looking at 132.67, 132.27, so roughly 40 cents. So let's see, how much is QCOM right now? 132. So I can afford 400. So I can afford 488 shares. We're going to buy 450 shares, which should be about a $250 risk reward here. Not even. Be a little less than $200 risk reward. So today the jobs report came out. It wasn't great. It was less than 400,000. So maybe that's having a little bit of an effect on the market, letting everybody know there's a little bit of weakness going on in the market. Not weakness in the market, but weakness in the economy that could affect the market. I'm going to bump this up to 500 shares. That'll be a solid 200 risk reward, super premium. Okay, we got APPS over here as well. I missed the trade, which would have been a loser, but this is kind of a tower candle, but it is breaking down. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in short APPS here, a few shares. Got about a minute left before this closes. Let's mark this up real quick. We based on the speed bump. All right, so that's where the speed bump would be. Just got to see what my risk reward is here. If I even trade it, it could be in consolidation. So about 50 cents in there. I'll take a small position size on it when it opens. First, I'm going to hit QCOM. I may not have the buying power actually to get in here. We'll see what happens. QCOM's throwing a big tower candle. And short. All right, we're short QCOM. And then we're short APPS. All right, we'll see what happens here. Mark up QCOM. All right, QCOM, you're on your way to the target already, which is nice. APPS, let's get a stop in. QCOM, get our stop in. All right. I'm going to make it break this candle here if I'm going to get stopped out. Okay, it looks like APPS might get us stopped out. And then we'll switch it to a long side. For now, I'm going to make APPS break this candle as well. Make it break high of day right now on APPS. And then this basically, if this, they're doing that because if this hits through here, it'll be looking for another switch with permission to the long side, and it'll break out of the little consolidation it's in. And then I can recalculate share size and start it as a new trade, not a speed bump. So I would just put my thing up there to give it some room so that it can, if it does break through, it can break through and get a new close and start basically a new trade. So my stop's up there. And then QCOM, we're looking for, we have a tower candle here, so the whole thing could retrace. So I just put my my stop just above it. It's not that far away. But yeah, we'll see what happens. SPY is still selling off pretty good right now. So we may jump in 300 shares on CVS, really light, but it's all we got left in the buying power range. So you may hear a CVS trade initiating as well. I'm going to short CVS, it looks like, here in about 2 minutes. Okay, so APPS, we're about to hit the target. So we are now looking to trail our stop here. We got a pretty big spread again, as usual with APPS. Target 62.82, looking for 62.82 on the ask here. But we could just jump out right now and call it a day. 62.82, what are you going to do? Come on. Got a minute left for CVS. I'll jump into it. So if this can hit the target and I can get out, it'll give me more buying power for CVS. All right, come on. 82 right here. 30 seconds. Could be some major resistance right here, kind of low of day area, and you saw some previous resistance. All right, CVS. We're short CVS now with a little bit of a tower candle. So if this retraces some, we'll add to our position in CVS. Yeah, I was tempted just to bounce out of this, hitting this resistance area, but we stayed. See what happens. Because I could, resistance, it may have a hard time getting through. I could get out, take my 30 or 40 bucks, added that buying power to CVS. But yeah, I just stayed like I did. All right, so we almost hit our target, or we did hit our target. So the rules would be to get out, break even, plus a couple bucks on both of these. And it is what it is. So I need to follow those rules. So closing that stop, break even plus a couple bucks. We're short, so we're going to buy it back. Spread is pretty tight. So buying it back there. And then I already missed that opportunity at APPS. I should have been out of this trade for a couple dollars and calling it a day, because it pretty much hit the target. So we'll see if we get another opportunity down here. Look at APPS go. I broke the rules and now I'm going to pay for it. So if this candle closes here in 3 minutes with a switch, then this could be looking like a long play. Okay, so we have QCOM over here. Hit its target now. So we're going to look to, let's mark that real quick. I think we got time. 131.51. So we're going to look to put our stop in now. 131.51. And if it backs up and we get out, it backs up and we get out. All right, cool. So QCOM, we got our 185. So APPS over here giving us another opportunity to at least put our stop in, break even, plus a few dollars, which is about a 20-cent spread. And I pretty much just need to pop out of this, I think. Yeah, 1 cent. Could just take a $3 loss on it, I guess, on APPS, rather than take a $50 loss. All right, let's go down again. APPS, come on, give it to me, and I'm just going to get out of you. So over here, I'll put up CVS. So you can see CVS, we're in a losing trade right now. Playing the switchback, but it ain't over yet. And then APPS looks like a loser too, but it ain't over yet. Okay, we're gonna, I was gonna say, this is gonna switch to the long side. We'll switch our trade to the long side, and we'll boost our shares. So 63.74, 63.07. So we're looking at about 62 cents, something like that. Got 2 minutes left. This looks good for our switch to the long side. I might reverse my position here soon. All right, so we're going to reverse our position, and we're going to add to our position. So now we got 200 shares long, APPS. Anticipating this switch. There's a little bit of a gamble there, but we'll take it. See what happens. I'm going to clean up the chart here. So we are in at 64.10. I don't know what just happened. CVS. Oh, we got stopped out of CVS. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and buy. All right, so we're buying CVS on the speed bump. And we'll mark that. Where are we in? 86.26. All right, so far looking pretty good. P&L open. We're already in profit, it looks like. P&L day, almost profit $27 away. All right, so now I'm going to mark this up. All right, PPS breakout. Come on, let's go. Bit of a tower candle. Might get some retracement. We'll see. I'm going to put my stop down here starting at the bottom of this tower candle just for now. I may just take my stop right here, though, but I'm just going to give it some room just to start that. Have it on the board. All right, if APPS hits the target, that'll be really nice. CVS can boost to this target. That'll be really nice. Be nice if they do it soon, because JD's getting ready to set up for a trade, and I'd like to jump into it. I don't have a lot of buying power. Let's put it in the calculator right now. Let's see, how much do I have left? All right, I got 42 grand left of buying power. So I'm ready to use my calculator for JD for position sizing. JD right now, average price is around 75. Yeah, we're good. So we can afford 560 shares of JD, and then we'll see what the risk reward is and see how many we should buy. Just because we can afford to buy that many doesn't mean we should buy that many. Come on, APPS, right there, you can do it. CVS, let's go. It's not that far away, right there, a little blip, 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 blip. All right, got about 25 seconds left for these candles to close. CVS is looking pretty solid for this target. And then we'll move our stop there. It won't get us all of our money back, but at least it'll cut down big time on our loss, which is the purpose of the speed bump. And then APPS of this candle can close up in this area. This could be good, but this rejection it's starting to get is making me a little nervous. So we'll see that rejection over here in CVS at the end is not great. That's a pretty big rejection. So see how these play out. This is good right here. APPS, you want to close like that? That'll be nice. Yep. Boom. New candle open. See what these do now with these closes. Okay, APPS is pretty much through the target. 6521. We want to see that on the bid over here. 6521 on the bid. Go ahead and close that out for now. 6521 on the bid. Let's go. Can do it. Tempted just to flatten this trade, take what it gives me. But I'm going to wait. 6521. Okay, there we go. So we're long, so we're going to sell to get out. So I put my stop in 6521. We got a little spread of 10 cents. So if I can get this to move up to 3-1, that'll be awesome. Because then, all right, there we go. So now I locked in plus the spread. So we're going to get our full trade out of this. And then we'll let it go from here. I think I'm going to, if I don't get stopped out, I'm going to exit red candle, green candle strategy from here. All right, we got stopped out. All good. So we turned that into a nice winning trade on the day. Wait, what's going on? I didn't get out all my position because I had 300 shares. 3-1. Oh, no. All right, so 27. Sell. All right, cool. So now we're all out, right? We're all out. What's happening here? I'm short 100 shares. All right, let's do flatten. Oh, man, that was a roller coaster right there of mismanaging my order entry window. So double check those, because if you just, let it do its thing and you walk away, it's like, oh no. Right? And that's why my phone gets text alerts as well, so I can double check if I'm not here. Hey, I got out. And then I can look at my thing and make sure I got full out. So nice $150 on APPS. We got like 180 or something on QCOM, which is awesome. And then we'll see if CVS wants to turn us profit or just at least reduce the loss. So it'd be a nice little green day. And then if JD wants to set up, this could be an awesome day. We'll see. We'll see if it gives it to us. Nug is so far away from setting up today. I don't think that's going to be a trade, but JD might give us a trade. Okay, so CVS is through the target, so I need to move this stop to at least break even. Or I could just bounce. It's a speed bump play, really. But I want to be at least break even on it. So I got 500 shares. I'm 500 shares up top. Hopefully I don't make the same mistake I just made on APPS, although it made me money on that mistake. I got rewarded for that mistake. All right, cool. Okay, so 86.48 was the target. So we're just barely through. I'm going to give it a little more room to get through a little bit more. All right. 50, 49, come on. Candle closes in like 1.5 minutes, so we got plenty of time to boost more and retrace, but I'm going to leave it here for now. This looks like it really wants to go, so I'm going to let it have the opportunity to go. I mean, we just broke out from here, and then we're pretty much breaking out almost. Let's look at high of day yesterday, 86.52. We're breaking out of that as well, so this looks like it really wants to go. So I'm going to give it some room to do that. And then, but as soon as we get to break even here on the day, I do need to move my profit to break even. All right, so break even is at 57, it looks like. 57, so we need to move our profit, our stop up to 57. All right, cool. And then oh, what happened? Oh, I backed up too fast. Almost got my break even spot in there. Come on, let's go. Hey, CVS, let's do it one more time. It's too slow, it's too slow. But maybe it's a good thing, because then I would be stopped out right now, break even. And maybe now I got a chance to make some profit. Let's see what happens. 57. Come on, CVS. 86.57 on the bid is what we're looking for. Got 5 seconds. New candle opens. I might just have to put my stop in down here, and it is what it is. All right, so it is what it is. It's either going to boost or it's going to pull back, and then I'll take whatever loss it gives me. Can't be greedy. Can't be greedy. I can't take chances. I want to. I probably should. And when I get stopped out here for a loss, it's probably going to go way to the moon and I miss out. But got to trade smart. Traders, risk management is key. Like, you know, trading smart, trading your plan your trade, trade your plan, minimize your losses because of your plan and your strategy. This way it doesn't hurt too bad. It makes it easy to recover. You know, if you take $1,000 loss and you're only making $100 winners, it takes, you know, you have a losing strategy. So need to be smart about this. So 57, come on, let's go back up 57, and then we'll move it up. Be break even on the day. At least break even with CVS. And then while I'm fixated on that, I'm missing out on JD. I thought that was going to happen. Although JD looks like it's in major consolidation, but we're going to get in right now. 74. Was that 25 cents roughly? 74.75. 75. So 30, 25, 30 cents. We're just going to take a small position on JD. All right, so CVS is now giving us our break-even spot of 57. Come on, CVS, let's go. All right, I put my stop in JD real quick. Sell on the line. When I scroll down on this thing here, you can see on the chart the line moving. Makes it easy to see where to put it. I'm long, so I'm going to get out. I'm going to make it break low of day. All right, so then we're going to go back over here. We're at 57 now. All right, cool. So I got my stop in at 57 over here, 86.57. So now we're break even on this. And then I'm just going to let it run. I'll get out on a red candle, green candle setup. And then, you know, we're good to go. I might move this up a little bit just to make sure we get like a couple dollars in there. If it'll go up more. Once it gets past like 65, I'll move it up a little bit. And JD, let's mark it up. If JD retraces from here, I'll add to my position. I went light on JD share size. I should probably go big on it. It had a loser not that long ago, then it had a winner, and then we're here today. So I probably should go really big on this because it does have like an 89% success rate. It's insane. But I'm just not feeling it today. I guess I got a nice green day. I'm so afraid to give it away. So I went a little light on JD for now, and if it backs up, I'll add more to my position. So I can still have the big size but lower risk is the plan over there. All right, so now we're at 65. So I'm going to move this to 59. So now at least I'll get like $1 or $2 probably out of it. It's tempted just to take the trade off with $63 win here. But we're gonna let it run. We'll get out with the red candle, green candle, I think, set up here. We'll see. $63 is at 68. 68 on the bid. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll move it to 68, and then it is what it is. Let's do that. Oh, okay. So maybe we'll go to 65. So we'll go to 65. If we get out of CVS, we get out. All good. And then JD, we got a small position size to make a little bit of money. I was looking for a little pullback first here. It looks like it might be in consolidation. That's why I'm a little nervous on JD. But the target is around the top of this tower candle. So there's a draw to get to this target. So that's a pretty good probability we'll get there. Or close enough to where we'll move our stop to break even. But we'll see what happens. Looks like we might get stopped out on CVS here for a little profit. What a day. What a day. A lot of stuff hitting all close at the same time. Didn't really have the buying power to really take advantage of all these trades that were super premiums today, unfortunately. But at least we made some money. Okay, so we're out of CVS. $48 profit. Pretty awesome, going from like the $150 red to $48 profit on the speed bump. So traders, as I've asked in several videos before, when you put your stop in because you know you're wrong, why not change direction? And it might be a terrible idea to reverse your trade, but I'm just asking the question, how come you don't reverse your trade? You know, sometimes I don't reverse my trade depending on what's going on. There's indications that make me not want to reverse it. But how come you don't reverse your trade? That's a question asked, because maybe you can recover a portion a portion or all of your loss. Like I reverse my trades really to cover a portion of my loss. So if I have a 1-to-1 strategy, but reversing my trades statistically works out to where it gives me kind of like a half loser to a full winner in my strategy, now I'm basically at a 1-to-2 strategy. So it works out even better at the end of the year and make a lot more money. So just wondering what you think about that, and how would that work in your particular strategy? Okay, so JD's pulling back on us a little bit. So if it pulls back to the bottom of this candle here, I will add to my position 200 shares. And then if it breaks down below this, we'll speed bump it. So CVS, I was going to get out on the red candle, green candle exit strategy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green candles. Red candle is coming. Will red candle will be bigger than a green candle? What will happen? We'll just have a big dump off. What will happen here? But we're already out. Looking at that, it's like, oh, I should have stayed in. But the reality was, this is a speed bump play. I'm happy to recover my losses and get a little profit out of it. This was a losing trade that I made money on. So in the end, it's really good. All right, JD's backing up a little more. So this is looking good. Come here, JD, a little more. Right down here. All right. That looks pretty good. I'll go ahead and buy. Thank you, JD. And then I'll put that other stop in just below this. All right, cool. So I got my stops in, and then we'll reverse our trade if JD wants to bust out below here. Okay, we're going to mark up a speed bump on JD just in case this is what happens here. Okay, share size 400, 2 and 2. Oh, let's move this to 800. Cancel 2 orders. All right, good. So we got our speed bump all set up for JD just in case. And then we got our levels. And let's put some numbers on those levels. Go ahead and put my average price of JD in here, 75.05. So JD moving fast here with this candle that just opened. Pretty nice. So we're almost to our first target. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got the right share size in here. 400, 400. Canceling my order. Cancel. And then I'm going to go ahead and put the target. I'd like to wait for 2R on JD. It likes to hit 2R a lot of times, but I'm not going to be greedy. 70. I don't want to mess up a good day because I was greedy. All right. 47. So, yeah, we'll just put it in. And if we get out, we get out. We should be getting out. No, maybe not. We got lucky. All right, let's see if we can get lucky and get a 2R out of JD. It likes to give it, so we'll see if it'll give it. We got a lot of time left on this big candle to retrace, so we'll see. We're at reaching high of day now, so we're going to get some resistance here. This whole area from here to here will be resistance. If it breaks that, this can be really nice. All right, so I'm going to have to go ahead and move this up a little bit. All right, JD, come on, let's do it. Just wanted to account for any spread that might open here, so I moved it up a little bit. Man, it's so tempting just to pull my 200. Because we're at... All right, there we go, so we're out. Like I said, it's tempting to just pull my 200 because we're at high of day, which is major resistance. I could have just popped out there, took my profit, and if it broke it, I could look for a pullback, get back in if I want, or took most of my position. A lot of different things I could have did. But anyway, we're at $188, so nice little profit there. So you can see we're looking like consolidation here. So I went light on the entry, and then on the retrace, I jumped in because now we're lower to risk. Some people say, don't average down. But what is averaging down? Like, what does that mean? Like, why not average down? So if it's still a winning trade, why not average down? So that's exactly what I did, and then boom, I made all that nice profit. So now look, it's pulling all the way back. So I'm glad I gave myself that little extra buffer just in case we had any kind of fast movement or open. See how spread's starting to fluctuate here. So anyway, there we go. So that's going to call it for the day. So I'm going to go through the day real quick. I traded everything in my portfolio except for NUG, which is way far away. And then we'll shut it down. Nice early day. I like it when it happens like this. Okay, so here we are with QCOM. So QCOM, we had our switch we traded. And nice winner, right? Went right in. Could have traded the switch back and made another winner on it. But didn't get greedy. Got my target and got out. Put my stop in, trail it, and then got out. If I was greedy, I would have turned a green trade into a red trade. So QCOM, really nice, and the overall SPY was breaking down as well, so a lot of stuff going for it. And then JD, we just finished trading, so this was, see, look at that, boom. I don't try not to get greedy, but at the same time, I try to allow myself to squeeze a little more out by trailing that stop. And then I hate to get out by hitting flatten or just sell or whatever. I like to trail it and make it get me out. And it did. Market got me out, and look what it's doing now. So good thing we're out. And then we trade on the switchback JD. So we had our switch right here, green to red or purple, whatever you want to call it. And then we switch back, and then that's our trade. And then when you have big tower candles like this, a lot of times they'll retrace and consolidate inside them a little bit before they go down, like a flag. And then, high of day, a lot of times is resistance. So is low of day. So we did hit that resistance. That's why I was tempted just to get out at that point and not wait for 2 hour. 1.5 would have been awesome. So stupid me, I should have did it. It would have been 2 and change. Would have been awesome. But is what it is. All right. So moving on. CVS. I trade 2 ways. We traded on the switchback this time. The simple switch did not set up to the short side yet. And wow, look at that move. We got out right here, and that's a pretty nice move. So so I put this little green ball on here, indicating that I was going to go bigger in size because it's basically super premium. So we went bigger in size. That's why we had a much bigger loss when it was going the wrong direction. So here we're at APPS. So that was a bit of a squirrely trade, but in the end it worked out really nice. Fortunately we got a nice profit on it, even though it was looking like a loss. But unfortunately, look at this thing still running. So my red candle, green candle exit strategy I was going to do on it, I need a red candle to close below a green candle, which this is doing. And then I move my stop. I go over to the next green candle over, and then I move my stop to the bottom of it. So we would still be in this trade right now making a lot more money if I had just stuck with that plan. But in order to stick with that plan, this was my target, right? I would have had to forego getting my minimum target on this move, which we have our switch to the long side. We got permission, so this is a minimum target. I got to get out here or better. So I would not have been able to survive this spike in this candle here. I would have got out anyway. So all good trade in the end. Everything worked out really well. And then NUG, no setup yet. So NUG, we only traded the long side. We're underwater down here. This has to be above this line in order for me to be able to trade to the long side. Below this line is only the short, and we don't short NUG. So mostly just because it's hard to borrow HTB up here. ETB up here would be easy to borrow. HTB, hard to borrow. So difficult to short it, so we don't short it. So let's go look at the log. Okay, so here we are in the trade log for today, June 3rd. So there's a lot of trading that happened today. Pretty much traded the whole portfolio except for NUG, right? It's the last one. And it's not going to happen today. But $561 day. I was going to be more aggressive today because we had a lot of those that were super premiums. So, and it worked out really well. I was aggressive, followed the rules, traded smart. Left a little bit of money on the table, but you're always going to leave money on the table or give it back, right? So I'd rather leave money on the table than give it back. Ended up with $2.63 per share profit, which gave us $561. So pretty sweet day. Dashboard. So looking at June, this is a great start to the week. Look at June already. We're already up $1,000, $1,300 in June already. So, and we're not even done with the first week. So it's pretty sweet. And you're going to see traders I know we're like 6 months into the year, but I haven't traded that much in this account and on my social media account. But even with the amount of trading I've done, you're going to see this start to accelerate more and more. And it's going to be pretty sweet. And then later on, when we just scroll the calendar, you'll see all these little days getting to giant days and being patient and growing the account, because I could try to start right off with $1,000 days. But if something weird's going on, especially if I'm a new trader and I'm learning and I'm in a new strategy and whatever, just because you have the money doesn't mean you should start like that. Like if you start like that, and you have a bad start, you're going to blow up everything. And then the emotional part of trading is, really difficult. So if you start off with some big losses, then your game is wrecked. Like it's like your enemy gets in your head, if you will, and then it's really hard to fight. So starting off slow and doing a slow grow, if you're going to trade and you're going to lose $1, you probably don't care. It's not even going to bother you. You're like, whatever, so what? But if you're going to trade and you're going to lose $1,000 and you only have a few thousand in your account, it's going to really affect you. So if you start off, so what I do is I try to start off small. Every year I do it. I reset my account and I start off small for the year, like a clean slate, start off really small, and then I grow that account all year long. I'm doing it with my social media accounts, and I'm doing that with my family accounts. And psychologically, it works out way better for me, because then in the beginning of the year, I really don't care about my losses that I might take. Like, they really mean nothing. And then as my scaling ladder, let's go look at the scaling ladder. Let's see where we're at right now. Nice. So we're way back in the $150 range. This is sweet. So, then as my scaling ladder allows me to scale up throughout the year, psychologically, it's easy to scale up to these numbers because it's not my money. It's the market's money. Like I've gotten the confidence, everything's working, I'm making money, I'm successful. And as I'm scaling up, it's not coming out of my paycheck, out of my investment, my initial investment. It's just coming out of money I've made. So it's even easier to trade that money, and knowing that it would take me a whole bunch of losses even to get back down to this level, which would take a whole bunch of losses to get back into my own money. Like, all these things build confidence in my trading and help me beat the psychological game. So something to think about is, how do you scale up throughout the year, and how does that affect you psychologically? And psychologically, the psychology part of trading is a huge factor in being able to be successful. Can you overcome human emotion that takes place in trading? And if you can't, why not? There's a way to do it for you. You just have to find it. So for me, it's by scaling up really small and slowly allowing this to grow. And then you can see here, after I've done 20 bars here, that I'm going to get aggressive. But I'm not going to get aggressive right out of the gate. I'm going to get aggressive on super premiums. And I have to be able to afford to get aggressive. Can my account even afford to buy 500 shares at this point of the tickers that are in my account, right? So I have to, my scaling also has to match what I can afford as my tickers, the cost of my tickers. So, but as long as I can afford it, I'm going to go 500 shares on a super premium. So my probability is like 95%. So it's a little easier emotionally to do it, and I have a higher probability of being successful. And then once I get a little bit deep into this, it's game on. Like, it's not a big deal. And then I'm going to get even more aggressive when I get into this level. But again, I'm going to wait on super premiums. So I may trade 500 all the way through this. You might see all these bars growing, but only trading 500 until super premium shows up. And then boom, I'll jump into the 1,000 range. And then we're good to go. And you can see I'm extremely aggressive all the way to 5,000. And then we start to slow down a little bit from here. But again, making these jumps on super premiums only. So it's possible that I trade let's go back up here where it's more 500 all the way through this, and I never trade for $1,000 win-loss risk-reward ratio. It's possible I never do that, and I trade all the way through it. And as super premium shows up, and then I'm in the 2,000 range. So anyway, my scaling ladder allows me to beat the emotional game so that I can beat the stock market game. So something to think about for y'all. So that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. And then I'm not trading tomorrow. I'm going to be back out of town. I may trade on Monday. If not, I'll definitely be back on Tuesday. So everybody, have an awesome weekend. See you next week.